Will, it looked like once you got through that first inning, you kind of settled in there. Just what happened in that first inning, and how were you able to settle in?
Just my stuff wasn't really had downward movement that first inning, and I just got to learn to come in games, better. And P-Row was saying I wasn't in my legs enough, so I started getting my legs more, and I had more downward depth on my stuff, so I started getting more soft contact.
Peyton, we were asking Dave what made Mahoney so difficult to hit, and he said to ask the hitters. So, just what was your perspective on him?
I mean, you got to give credit. He did a really good job, mixing his pitches. I thought we had a good pregame approach, and I just think that we didn't really execute it that well during the game. And, that's just part of it.
I was good with it. I did pretty much what I expected, what I've been working on in my bullpens, but I felt good.
For both you and Will, I'm curious what you guys thought of pitching in a game like that and then coming out on the wrong side of it.
It's baseball, man. Sometimes you get done, sometimes you don't.
It's a little disappointing, but I think we're gonna come out ready for tomorrow.
Well, Dave said he thinks that you kind of like pitching out of the bullpen. I was just wondering, do you feel like these last few weeks you might have turned a little bit of a corner and might have found the role that suits you the best, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I enjoy it. It's me and Brady been saying to each other we're gonna be a 1-2 punch, so I like that.
And Brady, obviously they're not going to overwork you as you're working your way back. But I was just wondering, as a competitor, how hard is it to come out of those games? And I know you'd probably like to stay out there and just keep pitching for your team. But just what's the emotions like?
It's definitely not fun, especially I felt like I was in control. But I mean, these games they don't matter compared to the postseason, and that's what we're building up for. So can't be too mad about it.
Peyton, I think there were 8 called third strikes tonight. When it's like that, does it change the game plans? Do you talk about it with each other in the dugout and so forth?
It doesn't really change our plan that much. You just got to go up there knowing that, hey, he might make that call. So you just got to be able to fight that off and get to the next pitch. Because, I mean, it's tough to change your approach just because of the umpire. We try not to make it too big of a deal.
Brady, what's the give and take like with the coaches in the week leading up to a start when you're like, okay, my pitch count is going to be whatever, and is it make it a little bit easier knowing like, hey, I'm building to, like you said, the postseason?
Yeah, it does make it a little bit easier because it's kind of like it was in the early spring and the fall. You're building up for something, and I think it helps me focus on my goal, really. I knew tonight I was only going to go 40 pitches, so I knew I had to execute and get it done, go as long as I can, help Mag out as much as I can, 40 pitches.
How is the arm feeling physically?
It feels really good. It feels better than it has all year.
I guess for both pitchers, it's been a weird year for the pitching staff where guys are changing their roles every week. But just what do you make of where it's come to this point? And now you have a little bit of a formula with Hagan and Gage and you two, and then just kind of the setup for a weekend at this point in the season.
I think the pitching staff's coming along. We're all finding the roles that suit us, and it's gonna be everybody needs to step up, and everybody needs to do the roles that they're given.
What's it like playing behind Brady whenever he's rolling like that?
It's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, stuff's electric. That he dominates. I mean, it's just fun to watch, and you never know when you're going to get a ball because he's usually dominating. Just got to stay ready.
It's been a while since you guys have had Hunter Holland pitching in a rubber match for you. For anybody who wants to take it, how good do you guys feel about tomorrow?
I always feel good when Hunter Holland's on the mound, man. He's a dude. He's really, really good. So, and he's always confident. So I feel just as confident as he does.
All right, guys, appreciate that.
Thank you.